Just a short video today on the last grammar point from Unit 12. In this grammar, we're going to talk about want and would like. This is our last grammar point for the course, and hopefully it will be an easy one. So here we go. Just to recap before we do, yesterday's class we talked about future, and we had two different types of future. We had will, for example, I will sleep after class. We had with our subject, will, and then verb 1. Okay, we've done a lot of practice for this, so I won't explain in too much detail. And we also had going to, for example, I am going to sleep after class. The meaning of both of them is very, very similar. This one we have subject. We need to remember the be verb, and we need to remember to. Here there's no be verb and there's no to. But the verb still is verb 1, sleep and sleep. Nothing with ing, nothing with ed, nothing with s. So that was yesterday's grammar point. Today's grammar we will study about want. Now the good thing in Arabic, you guys have 1, 2 and 3 and maybe 4, maybe 5 different ways to say want. In English, we're just going to look at 2 ways to say want. The first one is the easiest one. It follows the same rules as present simple. So we're going to start our sentence with the subject. In this case, we will say I. After the subject, we will have our word for today, want. I want. Then we have 2 choices. If we use a noun, halas, we just put the noun after. For example, I want pizza, I want coffee, I want tea, I want Pepsi. So if it's a noun, we just have I want and then the noun. But if it's a verb, we have to remember to put to next to it. I want to, let's say, finish class. So finish is our verb, so we need to add to. Pizza is just a noun, so we don't have to. Okay, so we have to make sure with the verb we have to, with the noun we have nothing. So that gives you an example for a positive sentence, and I said at the beginning it's the same as present simple. If I want to make this negative, I will add don't. So same as present simple with do, don't, does, doesn't. We use that together with want. I don't want pizza. I don't want to finish class. If I change the subject to he, and again, same rules as present simple. If we say he, we need to remember the S. He wants pizza. He wants to finish class. Okay, so the same rules that we have for present simple with he, she and it, we need the s. And that means if we're to make this negative, we need to use doesn't want instead. Okay. So exactly the same as present simple. If you remember the rules for present simple, you can remember the rules for want. Just in case you're wondering for questions, yes, they will start with do or does. Do you want some homework? Do you want to do a quiz? Do you want to write an essay? Does he want to? Does she want to? So for questions, you need to remember the same things as present simple, do and does. So those are the rules for want. But unfortunately, it's English and we have something else for you. One moment, let me play the slide again. Unfortunately, it's English, so we have one more piece of grammar for you. Would like. This has got the same meaning. If we take our sentence from the last slide, I want pizza, we can say exactly the same meaning with I would like pizza. So want, would like, it's the same. If we use the verb I want to finish class, same thing happens. I would like to finish class. Okay. So same thing to remember with the verb. We need to. With the verb, we need to. With the noun, we do not have to. So I want pizza, I would like pizza. Same meanings for us. To make it negative, you already told me I don't want pizza. This one is slightly easier. We would say I wouldn't like pizza. And same if we're talking about the verb. I wouldn't like to finish. Okay. So for our negatives, we're adding not next to wouldn't. Last point for would. When we make a question, this time we do not add do because it's different to present simple. This time with our question, we will start with would. So would, then your subject. Would you like coffee? Would you like tea? Would you like to go home? Would you like for a question? Or if you want a more difficult question, you can also ask what, then something, a noun, would you like? For example, what food would you like? What drink would you like? What homework would you like? Okay, So our questions with would, there's no do in the would-like grammar. Do for questions is with present simple, we use that for want. With would-like, we have separate grammar. We will practice this in class. We'll do a little bit on paper, a little bit of quizzes and MyLab practice. But there's two things to remember. In English, if you want to say aber, read, we say I want or I would like. Okay. If you have questions about this, please ask me. And as I say, we will practice this in class tomorrow.